probably hear, it's a rainy day here today, so I'm thinking about a nice beach somewhere, some sunshine, and it got me thinking about vacations and how a lot of athletes struggle when they go on vacation. You yourself might have something on tap you're all excited about, heading to the beach with the family, heading to the mountains for a nice getaway, but you get there and you don't have the normal training equipment that you're used to. When this happens next time, I want you to think of range, I want you to think of pace, and I want you to think of your base. These are three ingredients to your training that you can actually modify and make a weight stretch further than what it says it's actually weighted. So let's just say we're taking for range, let's take a lunge pattern. So a lunge pattern or a split squat pattern, your feet are just in that staggered position, basically a lunge position, and you're lunging down. If you elevate that top foot a little bit more, all of a sudden you have to work through a lot more range of motion with the same movement. You can do this with a step, you can do it with a stack of weights, you name it, you can find a way to elevate your foot. And you only have to do it roughly 4 to 6 inches to really start to feel this effect. Now you have to drive through your ankle mobility more. That weight becomes more challenging to stabilize at the bottom because you're going through a longer range of motion than you're traditionally used to when you're just lunging on the ground or doing a split squat on the ground. The next one is pace. This one is pretty much the devil if you use it properly. So what you can do, let's take a squat for example. Say you're doing a goblet squat, so you're holding that weight out in front, squatting down, standing back up. Add a 5-second lower, 5-second pause to the bottom, 5-second return to the top. I often see people programming the lower and the pause. I don't often see people programming that upward motion. So that's another way you can stretch that time that you're doing the exercise, making that weight go a little bit further. The last one is your base of support. If you're doing that squat position, your feet are about shoulder width, you're in that solid base of support. If you go to a split squat position or initiate a lunge, now you have a little bit smaller base of support. And now if you go single foot, so you can do a lunge, single foot pattern, single leg squat, single leg sit down, things of those nature, now you've completely changed that base of support from where you started. Changing that over time, or changing that while you don't have as much weight, is going to make it an extra challenge with the weight you do have. So even though you're heading on vacation, or hopefully you're heading on vacation soon, don't make it an excuse to not get in some high quality training. And all you have to remember is range, pace, and base.